Hey, ladies, it's time to develop a strategy so that we can survive those upcoming family holiday gatherings with grace. Thanks for hanging out with me today here inside of our private Facebook group for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance. And if you're anything like me, your calendar is getting chock-a-block full with gatherings, both social and family gatherings, as we head into the holiday season. Now, for those of you, I'd love to know whether you're here live or on the replay. Type live or replay in the comments. Let me know. Hey, Katya, it's lovely that you're here. So live or replay, let me know. Put a comment in below. Or your favorite Christmas emoji in the comments. Let me know where you are joining from. So many of us are we're on the doorstep of the Christmas season, and regardless of what religious faith tradition that you follow, our calendar this time of year is typically pretty full with social gatherings, both family and social. And oftentimes we can head into this season as business leaders and entrepreneurs with a feeling of, oh my God, I'm not looking forward to some of the conversations that may be on deck around the holiday feasting table or at company Christmas parties. Have you ever gone to a family gathering or Christmas party and felt like the black sheep? Have you felt like the outsider, the rebel, the maverick, the oddball, the person that doesn't quite fit around the holiday table? If you have, then drop a sheep emoji or a Christmas tree in the comments below. Have you ever felt like the black sheep at family gatherings or the Christmas office party if you're there with a partner? Have you ever felt like you don't quite belong or people just don't quite get you, right? When people ask what you do and you introduce yourself as a business owner or an entrepreneur or whatever your title is, and you get quizzical looks like, what exactly is that? And oh my gosh, I'm talking to an entrepreneur. Hey, Jody, thanks for being here as well. Do you ever feel like people just don't understand you? Post a black sheep emoji in the comments below, or even just a one if that resonates with you. If you feel like a black sheep, outsider, rebel, or oddball at the holiday gatherings because you're not like the other people. Here's the truth that I want to share with you. The truth is that you are not like most people. As a business owner, as a business leader, as a woman who's out in front laying your own track, whether you have a brick and mortar business or whether you are online, you are not like the majority of people. The honest to God truth is you have a higher appetite for risk and personal growth. You have bigger ambitions and you desire more level of freedom and autonomy than most people. Post a 2 in the comments below, ladies, if that resonates with you. You've got to know it's true. You are not like most of the people that are going to be seated around the family table at holiday gatherings. You are different. And so with that awareness, you can show up more intentionally at holiday gatherings, knowing that this isn't a time when you need to convince, debate, or argue with people about who you are and what your choices are in your career. You are simply different. But here's the truth, #truth bomb. We can still love people and not agree with their choices, right? Isn't that what the highest forms of love and enlightenment are all about? That we don't have to agree with everybody, but we can still show love and respect. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you in terms of an intentional strategy around surviving the holiday family gatherings with grace. Number one, take a load off, babe, because you are naturally in a class of your own as a business leader and an entrepreneur. A lot of people are not going to understand who you are and what you're up to. Oftentimes we can go into a family gathering with we're bracing for impact, right? Post a 3 in the comments if that resonates with you, right? Bracing for impact of questions like, why can't you just be happy? Why can't you just get a regular job? Or why do you want so much as a business leader or entrepreneur, right? Why do you have to do your own thing? Why can't you have a safe, predictable, a safe and predictable life like the rest of us? Those are some of the questions that often, bring us wearing our psychological armor when we're showing up at family gatherings this time of year. Post a 3 if that resonates with you. So I want you to know that it's normal. As an entrepreneur, as a business leader, you are different, and not everyone is going to support your choices. But just because they don't make the same choices doesn't mean that we can't demand and expect respect from the people who are at our family holiday gatherings. There's often, it's a spiritual teacher. Jody says, my family is just the opposite, more entrepreneurs than not. Man, Jody, I would love to have an invitation to your family gathering because that is a rare and precious situation. Way to go. There's often, getting back to a quote that I heard from a spiritual teacher that I think resonates with many of us. And Jody, I'd love to know your perspective on this. Their name is Ram Dass. And to paraphrase their quote, they said, if you want to know how enlightened you truly are, you should head home for the holidays. Because often the people who are closest to us, we find the most triggering, right? They are the most skilled at pushing our buttons. And guess why? Because they're the people that often installed those buttons. So it's not unusual to go home and feel triggered or feel like we need to show up with a little bit of psychological armor, because those are the people who know us best and know exactly how to get under our skin. So if you're not like Jody and you don't have a family of business leaders and entrepreneurs, this is going to be highly useful for you. And Jody, I love that you are here. In fact, I would love for you to join in, Jody, and give your advice, your success strategies, or thoughts of support for those of us in our community who don't have a family of entrepreneurs and business leaders. That's fantastic. So this is a call out for those of you who don't have that type of a family to be intentional when you show up at holiday family gatherings. Know that it is not your place to convince, debate, or justify your choices to anyone else that's there. We can be intentional, however, in how we show up and who we hang out with at those family gatherings. It is often a mature and wise choice to limit our exposure with some of the people I affectionately refer to as the snipers. Do you know who I mean by that? Snipers? Thumbs up if any of you have a sniper or two in your family. And what I mean by that term, sniper, is the people who like to hide out and in some ways pretend to be supportive, but will often shoot these negative or critical comments, over the conversation at the family feast or around the living room with a cup of coffee or a cocktail, right? They hide out looking like they're supportive, but will often speak before they think and lob, backhanded compliments or negative comments in your direction. So post a 4 in the comments, ladies, if any of you can relate to a sniper at a holiday gathering, whether it's in the corporate setting, maybe you're at a large company Christmas party with your partner, or whether you're at a family or social gathering, right? A sniper. You know who I'm talking about. Post a 4 in the comments if you've ever received a comment from a sniper, right? People who hide out pretending to be supportive, but then shoot negative comments or backhanded compliments in your direction. So I want to share with you right now a great strategy for handling snipers that you might encounter this holiday season, whether it's celebrating the Christmas break or whether it's heading into the New Year's Eve celebrations. Here's what you could do. Are you ready for it? You ready? Type a 5 in the comments below, ladies, if you want to know this strategy for dealing with snipers. And I call it intentional stupidity, the intentional stupidity or intentional ignorance tactic for dealing with snipers that you may encounter. Okay, post a 5 if you're ready for that, babe. And a little bit of a plug is you're posting your 5 in the comments below. A plug, I actually learned this genius strategy from a woman here in the Ottawa area. Her name is Ruth Sermon. She is a highly skilled negotiator and mediator. And I was at a conference a couple of months ago, and she shared this tactic with the audience. And so I am sharing it with you, but want to give full credit to Ruth Sermon, who is a brilliant and experienced negotiator and mediator. So this is a woman who knows this works and is a master negotiator. So here you go. Here is the tactic that she calls intentional stupidity to deal with snipers at the holiday gatherings. So oftentimes, picture it. You are at the holiday table, right? Everybody's seated around the table, different generations, and the conversation can often be quite lively, and it's an opportunity for people to catch up and review what's been happening throughout the year. Well, sometimes you may hear a comment from the family sniper that is not so complimentary, right? Perhaps someone who doesn't understand your entrepreneurial journey or your business goals. They may say something like, wow, it sure would be nice if we could all be our own boss, right? Or maybe they have a backhanded compliment suggesting that your children are not well behaved because you must be so focused on growing the business. Or someone might say something like, how are things going? Are you ready to give up on the entrepreneurial dream yet? Any of those types of comments that are a negative criticism or a backhanded compliment, this is where you invoke the intentional stupidity tactic. Ready? Here we go, babe. You actually need to pause. You actually need to, don't let them get away with it, but actually stop the conversation. And you can do this by playing up this intentional stupidity and say, wait a minute, Aunt Clarice, hold on. It sounds to me like you just suggested that I don't have what it takes to be successful. Or wait a minute, Aunt Hazel, I'm confused. I thought that you're suggesting that I'm not a good parent. Whatever their comment was, stop the conversation and put on this befuddled, in a way over amplified look of confusion, like, hold on a second, I'm confused. I need you to clarify because this is what I heard you say. Is that really true? Now, by invoking this intentional stupidity, which is entirely genius, number one, it puts a spotlight on the sniper. And here's the thing about snipers. They hate being in the spotlight. They love to stay hidden. They love to hang out in the background and just sort of shoot bullets in your direction. But the minute that you put the spotlight on them by saying, wait a minute, and asking for clarification of what they really meant by their comment, you do two things. Number one, you encourage them to backpedal, soften their comment, and actually clarify. And number two, you signal that you will not tolerate a lack of respect. Now, those two things are genius and priceless tactics to deal with snipers. Snipers hate being in the spotlight. So by slowing down the conversation and feigning absolute stupidity, absolute befuddle and bepuzzlement, you put the spotlight on them and you make the point that you will not step over their thoughtless or negative comments. You create a fresh and healthy new boundary with that individual. And in fact, whatever their response is now, and here's the trick, intentional stupidity, ask for clarification. And Greta, it sounded to me like you were suggesting that I'm a bad parent. Stop and do not say anything else. In fact, shut up and force them to respond. Don't fill in the blanks. Don't let them off the hook. Keep your mouth closed to force them to clarify, backpedal, apologize, and at the very least, soften their comment. The longer that you have that awkward pause, the stronger the lesson and stronger the boundary is for that sniper, right? I'm confused. I thought this gathering was about us coming together to celebrate and support one another. Was I wrong? Awesome. Do you love it? Post a 6 in the comments below. Whether you're here live or replay, I want to know, what is your reaction and your aha moment from this genius tactic, this intentional stupidity to call out the snipers that might be lurking in your upcoming holiday gatherings. Intentional stupidity, awkward pause, seek for clarity, and create healthy new boundaries. Boom! I hope you love it as much as I do. And want to give more credit to Ruth Sermon, a local negotiator and mediator here in our Ottawa area, who taught me this genius strategy. So as we wrap up today, I want to give you one third nugget here in how to survive the holiday gatherings with grace. The fact of the matter is that it is unfair of us as business leaders and entrepreneurs to expect that our closest friends and family members are going to be able to be unbiased in their support of us. When it comes to our success or failure, our closest friends, our dearest family cannot be unbiased. They, as other human beings, have their own fears, their own anxieties, and in fact, sometimes their own level of jealousy around our choices and what we are doing in our lives. It is unfair to always assume that our dearest family can be unbiased and the most enlightened in providing support when we need it the most. And that's why, ladies, every unshakable business leader has the responsibility and the obligation to find who those supporters are that we can trust with the finer details of our journey, of our own insecurities and anxieties as we are developing and growing our business. We cannot always assume that just because people are related to us and know our familial history, that they are qualified to support our business journey. And the truth is that the more success that we ourselves accumulate and the more success that we seek to achieve in our lives, the more we must cultivate relationships with people who have earned that trust, either through their own levels of success, proving that they know what that journey is all about and what it takes, or having strict agreements around confidentiality and a real high caliber of a standard for communication. We cannot assume that those people closest to us in our family are qualified to support our business success. The truth is that we all, as big thinking, ambitious women in business, we need 3 layers of support. We need support that is 3 layers deep. Those 3 layers, in my humble opinion, are business besties that are in a similar business trajectory, equally as committed, and have an equal level of success under our belts, that are there cheering us on and challenging us in an appropriate way. That's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is a trusted advisor, mentor, or proven coach that is pointing the way and has developed the kind of success that we ourselves want to create. And the third layer of support that we all need as unshakable business leaders is regular pattern disrupts, opportunities to get out of the trenches of our business, to get fresh perspective, to see your situation from a new elevated position, and to be poured into with new tools, strategies, and inspiration. We need 3 layers of support to truly accelerate and make our success stick. 3 layers deep, baby. The truth is that our peers, those qualified people that have earned the right to support us and our business success and the journey that goes along with it, the results that they are achieving are absolutely going to impact our results, right? We are the average of, the 5 people we hang out with most. And so we need to be very intentional on who we share that journey with and who we seek inspiration and strategy from when we're looking at creating business in the coming year. So we can love our family for sure. We can come together and celebrate and reminisce, but we also need to be intentional about who actually we trust with our business journey and who is contributing to that. So I hope and I intend that this training supports you as you head into the holiday season, and that it allows you to show up to those family gatherings with a real spirit of not being so guarded, but also being able to defend your personal boundaries and ask for the level of respect that you deserve from those people closest to you. And if there's any snipers hanging out, now you have a specific strategy to deal with it, using that intentional stupidity to shine a light and call out those snipers and establish a new healthy boundary of respect. So, ladies, if you are looking at 2020 and any of my message today resonates with you around knowing that perhaps the people in your family or the circles closest to you are not qualified to either support, understand, or inspire your next level success, and you want to be surrounded by 3 layers of support and acceleration, then I would invite you to seriously consider becoming an unshakable business leader in 2020. A year-long mentorship, private coaching, and regular retreat program with me and 7 other high-caliber service-based business entrepreneurs in 2020. I will put the link below. I am inviting women into that program right now, and it starts in early 2020. So check it out if this resonates with you, and be sure to post your comments. If there's any sniper comments that you have received in past holidays or are anticipating hearing this year, let me know what those are. I would love to support you in the comments below and provide language around how you can respond to those sniper comments and truly enjoy your family gatherings with grace this holiday season. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of my community, ladies. And I hope you have a fabulous week of gatherings, celebrating, and coming together with family members. Mwah. Take care for now and have a great week.